Mr. Saka.
Let's do Sokka.
Yeah,
We do
Saka.
Sokka first.
That he was one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, yeah. He was.
Like he was what, top 3?
Yeah,
Because I know Iroh was number 1, I'm assuming
yeah.
for
He was
you
top 3.
overall.
Sokka was top 3. I think it was Iroh, Zuko, Sokka for me.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, that dude did a phenomenal job playing Sokka, and that was this is one of the ones where it was one of the biggest like points of contention, right? Was that Sokka wasn't going to be sexist
Mhm.
before the
Oh
show came
yeah,
out. That came out,
yeah.
fucking
Everybody lost their mind.
the internet lost their minds, and I was like, all right, dude, like.
That's it. The whole purpose of his character, Shane. Come on, Kami Hashira.
And it's wild, right? Because I spent the whole time talking about how I prefer things to be more faithful to the anime, right? But with that being said, guys, what did that really fucking change? He was literally sexist for like 4 episodes. Like, and even then, he wasn't really sexist that bad until he showed up into Kyoshi Island. That's when you really saw it. And that
Yeah,
was like
and
episode
then
3.
and then
And
Suki.
Suki now
Yeah,
whooped his
Suki
ass.
now.
And then he wasn't sexist
Oh
anymore.
shit! I think he wasn't sexist because of something else. You know what I'm saying?
That might be it too.
You know what I'm
Regardless of the
saying?
reason, he was just
You know
no
what I'm
longer
saying?
sexist.
That man was
But
like, "Okay, Suki, okay,
that's weird. It squeak.
Suki." No, no, I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
squeak.
My bad. I thought I heard
Yeah.
squeak. That's my bad.
Well, you asked, so
I
I'm
hear things
answering.
sometimes.
I'm answering.
I'm answering. Not correctly, but I'm answering. Yeah. But it's like what like people lost their fucking minds over that shit.
Lost
Like
it.
we were getting comments about it on shit where we didn't even mention anything about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was like, oh, look at Sokka's big ass front teeth. They're probably fake.
Mhm.
Someone's like, yeah, and he doesn't have to be sexist either. I was like, what? It's like, dude, what's going on
What are you
here?
talking about?
Yes,
What are you
people
yapping
people
about?
have lost their fucking minds over this
Just
shit.
fucking yapping.
They've lost their fucking minds over this shit, dude.
It's crazy.
And it's
It's
like
crazy.
it literally does nothing. It
But what
literally
it
didn't lose anything by him not being
right.
sexist.
What did you think about his comedy in this?
I thought they tried, which is pretty much, and it's funny because
That's the
that's
only thing
pretty
you
much who
expected.
Sokka is.
Yeah, he just
He
tries
just
to be
tries.
funny.
He just tries
Yeah.
with these trash jokes, and I appreciate it. They
Yeah.
never really make me laugh, but I always giggle. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, Sokka, you sly double dog, you
Yeah. Yeah, I will say
ladies
that
man.
they did have that awkward moment with him in the trailer where he was saying the meaning of his character and it being like you don't have to be a warrior to be successful or something like that or like
Yeah,
help out. It's like, dude, he's clearly a warrior. I mean, that was his whole point.
yeah. I got a lot of criticism for my take on
Calling
that.
him a warrior.
Yeah, there's like we got fucking like 20 comments
Yeah.
telling me I'm a fucking idiot.
He
I was
just,
like,
he just strategizes. He's not a warrior.
I'm
Wait,
sorry,
what?
guys.
Agree to
Strategy
disagree
is
on that
part of being a warrior.
one. Sorry to break it to you.
Generals, my guy. I don't know what you're doing here. But it's like, I mean, honestly, it genuinely didn't. I was worried about him. Like I saw him in the trailers. I was like, cool, he looks like him. And even in the like where they were doing the behind the scenes where they're talking to him about his character, like he
Mhm.
was making bad jokes. And I was like, okay, he's kind of got
Yeah.
the spirit of Sokka. Like, this is cool. I fucks
Yeah.
with it. And then he said the warrior thing, and I was like, maybe he doesn't truly understand Sokka.
That's
Uh,
yeah, 100%.
and it's fine. Like you could
That's
not,
what
and
characters
apparently,
do.
but he still
But
played
he
him
still
well.
played him well, yeah.
So you
He
could
looked
not
just like him
understand
too.
him. Yeah, he did.
Looked just like him.
You couldn't find better looking people for the most part. Like everybody looked so much like their character was fucking insane.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like if you look at like character, I think the worst one was Yue, but yeah.
Still not bad in my opinion.
Oh,
But I
I
see what
mean,
you mean.
at that point, I'm splitting hairs, right?
Yeah, I thought she actually played that role pretty well too.
Yeah, I don't think it's a hard role to play. Just being uptitled princess.
All right. Well, you can think whatever you want. I
I'm
don't
gonna
give a
think that.
damn. I don't give a
Gonna think
damn.
that.
No, but Sokka, yeah, he did solid for being Sokka. And then Katara, I didn't like how she's a master airbender all of a sudden. Like they didn't really show her training at
A
all.
master airbender.
Or I'm sorry, waterbender.
I was like, I was gonna agree with you. And I was like, wait, Huh?
Yeah, Master Waterbender. Like they didn't really show her training, and it would have been cool if they showed the scroll moment, which they did, and then they showed
Well,
Paku.
they didn't show the
But
scroll moment where she
ho-
stole it. Is that the scroll moment
no,
you're talking
no,
about?
no, I'm
Just
talking
her
about
learning
like
from the
her
scroll?
using it. Yeah.
Okay.
So they showed that, which was cool.
Yeah,
What
fine.
they could have added, which would have helped her development because she was training around this time, would be John when they met up with him because she was
Fuck.
training around that. But hold on, I know you want to go on that. And then at the end with Paku, um, he didn't train her at all. Like that whole thing was,
Yeah.
yeah, and they did that. They set it up perfect where it was like Paku was like, "Nah, you're a fucking girl. We don't train girls. You guys heal." And that was perfect, but they didn't show the reconciliation and then the training with
Right.
Aang too. They didn't show Aang training either. So those were some disappointments, but
And I think I've said this too, but it's like with Paku, that shit's kind of funny, right? Because they're like, hey,
yeah,
we're going to get rid of Sokka and all of his sexism
but we're gonna
because
keep it
times have changed. But with
right,
Paku, because he's an old man, we're like, yeah, okay, we're going to let him be super sexist
right,
and we're going to let him do this and that'll be cool. But
right,
ultimately, like, it's because he's going to grow from it. And it's
yeah,
like, dude, that's exactly what happens to Sokka.
mm,
Sokka was sexist, gets beat up by a girl, and then learns to appreciate women as equals.
right. With Paku and not with Sokka,
Yeah,
but at the same time,
it didn't change anything, and nor
not
would
the
it.
biggest
I
deal.
think it's, but still, you know what I mean? It's like, why did
Yeah,
we pick that one and not that one? Like,
right. You're
be
splitting
consistent.
hairs.
Be
Yeah.
consistent, guys.